because he wanted to hear another quarterback sing it all. He's going to get the ball out of his hands quick. It's going to take everybody. It's going to take everybody being where they need to be and executing up front.
Drake was talking yesterday just about his cadence and how he uses it like no other. I mean, how do you avoid biting on that?
I mean, you know, coming into it, he liked to play with the cadence. He liked to play with his hands. He liked to catch teams subbing. So we just got to be, everybody got to be on their P's and Q's, locked in, ready for that, knowing he's been doing it for 20 years. So, he ain't finna stop now. So, just make sure everybody locked in on it and just ready to execute our game plan.
From what you've seen on tape, he's still that guy?
Oh, he's still throwing it now. He still can throw it. He still can see it. Probably can't move as well as he used to, but if he needs to, I'm pretty sure he's still going to put his body on the line and get out there. So we got to be ready for it.
Milton, thinking back to the way the game ended last week, obviously looking ahead to this week, how much pride is it as a player to close it out, to be a closer when the game's on the line, to make the play?
Man, those are moments that you visualize, night before a game or meditating in the locker room. That's the stuff that you just visualize in your head. And to actually do it was another thing. I was just so happy, like I said, just to get it for our team. Me being my game, first win for the Patriots, Coach Vrabel, first win being the head coach. And, it was just a all-around game. We needed everybody to win that game last week. And, for me to have a part in it, it was big for me. But there's still more to do. There's still more to do. There's still room for improvement across the board for everybody. And like I said, we just got to come out every day and be ready to get better.
And apologize if this was a repeat question. When was the last time you closed out a game, if at all?
I don't think I ever really been in a position to close out a game. So I don't know if you could say I closed the Rams game last year. We played week 10. I don't know what the score was, but it was. I know I had 2 that game. So
play late. And then I want to ask you, as a leader in the defensive line room, obviously you and Christian out there a lot together, but you see Kyrus and Josh and Corey rotating in a little bit. What do you see from those guys that are coming in after?
No, we got a good group. We're getting after every day in practice, and I try to get them any questions they got for me, as far as what I'm seeing, what my plan is for our matchup. I make sure I share the information with them, and I'm asking them the same thing. What did they see? They probably might have played with somebody in college or played against them in college or know somebody that know them or, something. We're always constantly, picking each other's brains, figuring out the best way we can win and just going out on Sunday and just executing our matchups and trying to figure out a way to win.
Milton, you guys are leading the league in sacks right now. How much pride do you take in getting home, and what's going well for you guys right now?
No, I take pride in it. I feel like they brought me here for that, to put pressure on quarterbacks, affect them and get them off his spot. Obviously, bringing them down is big, but it's still early in the year. 2 weeks, you really can't look too much into it. Like I said, there's still room for improvement. As far as, just getting better with rushes, having a plan with counters, and just execute. Make sure we're running the right game, we're being where we need to be. And, I'll check those stats at the end of the year, but they sound good for right now.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
How do you build upon what you guys really preparation every day in the film room and on the field, and take it day by day and get better every single day?
What was it like to prove to yourselves as a group, this is what we want to do, this is the print we want to make when it comes to running the football, doing what you want to do?
It was great, man. It was exciting, have fun as a team, and just every day trying to build an identity, every week trying to build on that. And like I said, just keep getting better.
And what's the challenge in Pittsburgh's defense?
We got veteran guys up there. Big Cam Hayward, Patrick Queen, got Watt on the edge, Hightower. Got a lot of good guys, a lot of experience. So, like I said, just take it day by day and prepare.
Last one for me, home field. How important is it to get out there and start getting some W's here?
It's very important. coming out, got to have energy from the crowd. Playing at home is huge, especially on the defensive side of the ball, creating some noise. So getting wins here would be big.
What would you say is the confidence level with the offense right now with Josh McDaniels?
Everybody believes in Josh. It's just bringing the picture to life. There's plays and you draw them up and it's on a piece of paper, but the players is what bring them to life, and that's something that Josh preaches a lot, and we trust him. Thank you.
We're going into it, so it's something that we have to be dialed in. Zach continuously tell us that we need to be focusing on all the details, techniques, and fundamentals going into the week, and I think that's what's going to help us the most throughout the week.
How much is discipline a part of facing a guy like that in so many different ways, right?
Huge, man. Everybody knows that he got a great cadence within Aaron. One of the things obviously he does best is getting people within substitutions on and off the field and catching them in mid-substitution. So obviously the discipline between just being able to watch the ball and not fall into the cadence, be able to substitute correctly, and obviously when you're on the field, have great coordinated rush lanes, man, he still can find a way to move around and get somewhere around the pocket to where he can still get his throws off for sure.
What did you learn about your team last week?
Resilience, for sure. Find a way to keep fighting a hostile environment. With the temperature the way it was and just the adversity that we faced throughout the game. Man, just a beautiful play that AG made for us, when just a, unveiling play happened for us the play before. So just the resilience that we show and just to continue to fight, man, that's what I love, and I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, what's that like in the heat of the battle, looking at each other and, Milton makes the play to kind of end the game, just that continued grind and fight through that weather and everything else, but as a group.
Nah, it's huge. It's huge, especially when you can look across and you look your guy in the eye and he got that same mindset, the same as you. We both dog tired, but we don't find any excuses. We know at the end of the day, on all four of us, me, Baltimore, Milt, Harold, we look at each other, it's going to be one of us. However it's going to happen, it's going to be one of us to end this game and end this play. And that's the talk we had on the sideline. That's the talks that we had on the field. And obviously any off time that we have throughout the locker room and throughout the building and outside the building, we all share that same mentality. So that's perfect when we all together.
Lastly, how much has home field been emphasized this week to start to establish something here?
It's huge. You got to catch those wins, especially early on in the year, and those stack up before we go into the bye week. So we get a chance to have back-to-back home games in front of this crowd, man. Get everybody behind us and give them exactly what they deserve.
You guys have not sure if Christian Gonzalez is going to be able to play this weekend, but if he is, how might that help you guys up front?
Obviously, that's a superstar. Obviously, it's an all-pro player. So any extra second that we can get a chance to buy and get the rush going and get to the quarterback, that's super appreciative and needed. But at the end of the day, though, we try to make sure that up front that we take care of that before the DBs have to be out there much longer than they need to.
What kind of lift does it give you guys defensively as a unit just to see him out there practicing this week?
Huge. That's a phenomenal guy on and off the field. So first of all, just being healthy and being able to be back in his happy space and on the field again, that's the main thing that we're happy to see apart. So whether if he could or could not go this week, just happy to see him back in like I said, in his happy space and on the field in that rectangle and on that grass is a huge part.
K'Lavon, you guys have a bunch of new guys up front. Just what does it take to kind of coordinate that into an effective pass rush like you guys have had so far?
Continuously talk and communicate within each other, man. That's all it's going to be about. Hang around with each other as much as possible on and off the field. Get a chance to understand each other's mindsets. We watch film together and just kind of see what we throughout the week or, throughout the game, what's our rush plan and what we kind of see going into the week. So just try to gel and be around each other as much as possible. And the closer we get, the better we'll be for sure.
How helpful is it to have a guy like Milton just up front and what he can do in the rush game?
Huge. Milton just won a Super Bowl, and that knowledge is never going to be taken away from him. He's just been a part of a team. I believe it's one of these years they had like 72 sacks or something like that. That's a phenomenal number for the season sack. So he knows what it's like to be a part of a great rush front, be coordinated rushes and relentless rushes. So he shares that mindset with us nonstop and continuously. So whenever we get a chance and we all be on the same page, man, he emphasizes it, and we make sure that when we go out and practice it and we bring it into the gameplay, it's out there working.
you guys are leading the league in sacks right now. Do you pay attention to that? How important is it for you and you guys up front to try to stay on top of that?
We've heard about it for sure, but we obviously just try to keep dialed in and stay focused this week too. We're not going to discredit it for sure. We take pride in it, but obviously there's a target that with not even on our backs, but also that we have on others as well. So we want to continue to go out there and perform and obviously do what's best for the team.
Steelers have made some big investments at tackle. Both those guys are pretty young, but they're both first round picks. What have you seen from them? Is there a certain style that you think you're going to have to play with in order to take advantage of whatever skills they have?
I think they're both good tackles for sure. Obviously young, but they got a Hall of Famer behind them that kind of can let them know, how he likes this pocket protected and how he, he sees that up front and how they like the, certain schemes to be played out. So with the knowledge that they're getting from within him, obviously, and just from within the system, it's huge on their part. So we have to go and out, like I said, just continue to be coordinated, focused, and all locked in together to make sure all four of us can get them down.
Thank